Today I'm going to show you how to carve a rotisserie chicken. Now, these are the best bargains you can find. I get these at Sam's, and I always like to get one that kind of fills up the whole container. You can't completely cut the salt out of your diet because your body needs salt. You just don't want to put the extra salt. All right, so let's get started with this. And I use one of these Rubbermaid containers. It's a 6.2 cup and it's plenty big enough for this whole chicken. All right, so let's see here. You want to make sure it's cooled off enough. Now, Sam's chickens have their drumsticks tied with a string, so you'll have to take that off. Now, FYI, this is messy, okay? So just have it in your head already. It's gonna get messy. Now, I'm going to lift this out of here, and I use that for my little trash bucket. So I'll put that off to the side. All right, now I'm still trying to, they've got this string wrapped just so around these wings. All right, got that string off of there. Now, Chicken 101. When you're looking at a chicken like that with the feet sticking up on top, these are the breasts right here, and these are the wings. If you don't know, that's the white meat. The dark meat is the legs and the thighs that are on the bottom. So let me give you a game plan of what we're going to do. So there's a bone that runs right down between these two breasts, and then it forks, and that makes the wishbone. So I'm going to take my knife and cut down either side of the breast along that bone and peel it away. And then we're going to cut basically this way. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to pull that leg out a little bit and just cut that skin that's right there. So I kind of get a good eye view of what's going on here. All right, so that'll cut it down to the bottom for me. You're not cutting through any meat right now, you're just cutting that connecting skin tissue. All right, so here's the trick. I'm going to pick this up, and the entire leg and thigh section is going to pull off, okay? See, just like that. Easy peasy. I'm set that to the side. We'll cut that in a minute. So I'm left with my white meat, all right? And one of the first things I like to do is tear these wings off. Just like that. You can feel down there, got some of the breast meat on there, so I'm just gonna put that in the bowl. These are my snacks that I let myself have. I give myself permission. You got to do that every now and then. And so I'm gonna set those off to the side. You can feel where that connects to the breast. Okay, wash my hands so they're not so greasy, and knives and greasy hands don't go together. So you'll have to kind of wash your hands off frequently during this operation. Okay, so I'm going to put my knife in between those breasts like that and just run down that bone right in the middle. Right? Now if you get any resistance up near the front, that's the wishbone, or as we say in the South, pulley bones. Used to, when you'd buy a whole chicken cut up in the meat department, that was cut off and it was a completely separate piece. That was the best piece in the whole pack, but they don't do that anymore. I don't know why. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of work my knife along the rib cage down in here, just separating that, and it doesn't have to be completely perfect. Just separating all that off. Just like that. See how that worked? I just went right down in there like that. Now I'm just gonna cut it right off. I'm gonna go ahead and put that skin in here. There are so many things you can do with this. So many things. All right, so now I got that breast separated. That's a big one. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna slice it. Nice little slices. See, it just came off so perfect. And if you go ahead and cut this up right when you get it, you tend not to waste it. Okay, I just picked that up all in one piece, put it in the bowl, and keep all my white meat there on one side in case some people like the dark, some people like the white. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to find the other side of that bone and start cutting the other side. Always be careful when you kind of working blind here. All right, that's going to pull apart real nice for me. All right, same thing here. Just going to lay it down and start slicing. You can grab these out, slice up an onion, and put a sour cream on one of those flour taco things. Some chicken. Nothing gets better. Okay, so now all you have to do is just take your fingers and just dig out the rest of that meat off of that bone. Just get in there. Sometimes when it's a big chicken, they even have some meat back here. I don't know if Costco sells rotisserie chickens or not. I'm sure they do. But if you can find a place that sells them, man, these are the ticket here. Alright, so I think that's about all the damage I can do. That's what's left right there. Probably still some you can tear off. Alright, so now let's do it with this dark meat side. Let me wash my hands. So this has a piece of the backbone still in here, so I'm just going to kind of rip it the best I can. There's a bone right here, so I'm just going to pull that out. It's cooked so well that it'll just break right off with little to minimal effort here. Okay, put that off to the side. So that's the thigh and the leg. All right, let's deal with this backbone and then I'll show you what to do with that. Bone crack right there. All right. Get any stray meat off of that. All right. So now I have my thigh and leg. So I'm just gonna, there's one bone that connects the leg with the thigh. I'm just gonna break it right there at that joint. Just like that. Drumsticks are easy. All you gotta do is just pull it right off. Watch that one little stringy bone that runs down the side. Some people like that gristle right there. Alright, so that was quick work of that. Let's go ahead and tear this one off. Same thing on this side. See, there's that little spindly bone that gets right there. Alright. Now, for the thighs, you can either take your knife or just take your fingers and pull that thigh bone right out. It's usually cooked well enough you can just do it with your fingers like that. And then I'm just going to slice it up. And there you have the deboned rotisserie chicken. Just take this and slice it. Nice slices. All right, put it over there on that side. Man, this is a big chicken. All right, wash my hands one more time. All right, and there you go. Ain't that nice? Easy peasy.